All right, welcome to the channel, everybody. I am Aesop Grimm, and this is Chronicle number 2 for my journey number 1 of Fia's Blood Assassin in the game Elden Ring. We are doing the Age of Duskborn ending. That's what we're going for. And first and foremost, let's do the content briefing. I've done many chronicles on this game, so this will be a quick content briefing. The ESRB briefing is a mature 17 plus, blood and gore, language, suggestive themes, and violence. My favorite go-to site is commonsensemedia.org. They give it 4 out of 5 stars. They rate it at age 15 plus. They have a section in here for for what parents need to know section that has some good info as far as a description for the game in there if you want to check that out. Okay, that's going to do it for the content briefing. Rated mature 17 plus, blood and gore, etc., etc. Okay, we are following Fighting Cowboys walkthrough guide. I am attempting to do that from start to finish, and I think the bulk of this it should take place in the Liurnia of the Lakes area. Perhaps I'm mistaken. Maybe we'll be going to Caelid. I can't really honestly be totally sure, but I think it's going to be Liurnia of the Lakes. I didn't double check that. I didn't think to double check it. So anyway, now I'm sitting here. I got caught flat-footed there, but I believe it's going to be Liurnia of the Lakes. So that'll be the primary area that we're in. We'll follow his guide until we're finished up with that. And that'll be the wrap up of this chronicle. So, we are a bleed build dagger assassin who uses the Dragon Communion seal and incantations. I have not really gotten to the point where I've used incantations very much, but we'll be building towards that. At the point that I'm able to, which I guess is the Black Wet Blade. I couldn't remember what it was that gave me the access to occult affinities, but we will apply those when we're able to because they scale with arcane. But we have not been able to do that yet, so we are using bleed affinities where applicable. There was a commenter on one of the videos that let me know about that. If I remember right, I think his username was Centipede. And he also let me know, I don't know why I didn't catch this myself. I think the way that I was using various calculators out there to find good daggers for this build to pair with the Reduvia, I don't know. I think I kind of got mixed up in the midst of that, or I overlooked something, or maybe I was reading a lot of positive comments on the bloodstained dagger, so I was going to go with that. And I also noticed that especially once you got the occult affinity on it, it scaled really nice. It was a B plus, I think, a B or a B plus. But Centipede let me know that the Great Knife is better. It scales with dexterity, and I checked it out for the occult affinity, and it also gets a B. And I think maybe that's what had me lean towards bloodstained, because I could farm the bloodstained dagger early. Now, once Centipede let me know about the Great Knife, I looked it up, and it told me there was a farm location in Liurnia. But whenever I first started this game, that was going to be a little tough to get to and a little tough to accomplish. Yeah, you know what? As I'm kind of talking this out, I think that's exactly what was going on there. The bloodstained dagger was attainable really early. But once Centipede clued me in on that, plus I've kind of learned to understand scaling a little bit better, we're still going to get some bonuses from dexterity, even though I'm dumping into arcane. But the bloodstained dagger was a strength based, so I'm definitely not getting any extra from that. I would at least get a little bit of extra from dexterity. with the great knife. So that's just me kind of advancing and understanding how all this stuff works with the mechanics. But I went and farmed it. It took me, gosh, I think it took me 50 tries, guys. It took me 18 tries for the Bloodstained Dagger. But the difference is that the Bloodstained Dagger, there was travel time to get to the guy at the bridge from the grace site that I would resurrect at. And with the great knife, that was a greatly shortened. I mean, it's almost no travel time at all. You go to a cave in Liurnia, and it's the very first guy that jumps out of the bush at you that you run into from the grace site there at that cave. It takes you like 3 seconds to travel from the grace site to the bush. So it probably it probably took me time wise about the same amount of time, even though it took me 50 tries. But I did get it. I leveled it up. The Bloodstained Dagger is at level 7. I only had mats to get the Great Knife up to level 5. So there's a small drop off in DPS, but because it's scaling with dexterity, it's very much mitigated. It's a slight difference, really, between the Great Knife and the Bloodstained Dagger. And so we'll be moving forward with that. I also think that the Great Knife looks pretty fantastic. And so all around, I'm just real happy, and I want to say thank you to Centipede for that. And give him credit actually by name in the video here. So I think that's going to wrap it up, though. Again, we're following Fighting Cowboys walkthrough guide to get through, I believe, the Liurnia of the Lakes zone. There might be a little bit of Caleb involved in it. I just can't recall. And we're going for the Age of Duskborn ending, which ties into Fia's quest line, and that's why we're Fia's blood assassin. We're doing a bleed build, all that good stuff. Okay, so I will see you guys in game. Again, I'm Aesop Grimm. Thank you for coming by this channel. I hope you like what you saw, and I'll see you in the next episode where this story begins.